I got a couple of announcements to make first. Just to let you know, tomorrow is the first night celebration. You all should have gotten a little brochure on your table. I'll have to get you guys some. I'll get some. Oh, you got it? Okay. So we are here at the Senior Center tomorrow night from 4 to 6 o'clock. We do have an entertainer. It's DJ Dave is going to be here. We're also serving some finger sandwiches, punch, chips, and cookies from the high school as well. So please come and join us. I think fireworks start at 6. Also, other things. Next week we have lots going on. Please check out the bulletin board to sign up for some things. Monday we are having making Christmas lanterns with Sally. That's from 1 to 3. Tuesday we usually have our usual Hannaford run with Omer, and we do still have the Shine program that comes here. That's the health insurance counseling program. If you have any questions on your health insurance, by appointment she is available. So please sign up for that. Let me know if you need that assistance. Of course, we always have the card game on Tuesdays at lunchtime. Tuesday afternoon, we're painting with Sally. We are actually painting snowmen on a board, wood board murals, so check that out. Page turners, they're always here from the library at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. Of course, we have computer classes as well. And then movie night on Tuesday at 5:30. And they're watching Miracle on 34th Street, so that's a classic. So check that out. And then also Wednesday, we're going to Fatima Shrine, and that's 3 to 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. So check that out as well. The sign-up sheet's on the board. Other things are going on as well. I want to wish Edith Town a happy birthday today. Edith, happy birthday to you. We should sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Edith. Happy birthday to you. So, we wish you the best, Edith. And we have a special guest today. Our town manager, Steve, is here today, so he will be introduced by our chief. We always thank Chief Montminy for coming the first Friday of every month. And Jean, too. Jean is here, Jean Daly. So thank you for coming. All right, so let's do a moment of silence before lunch, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chief Montminy, and thank you all for being here today. A couple updates that I wanted to give you, things that are going on at the police department. The first thing is we held a very successful food drive just before Thanksgiving. People donated tons and tons of food, and we donated all that food to the local soup kitchen. And last week we did a toy drive for Christmas, and received, I'm going to say, thousands of toys. It was great. We set up out front of Hannaford's, and we have a little competition with neighboring towns. And unfortunately, one of our neighboring towns has a Walmart. We don't have a Walmart, so we usually lose this competition. But we did very well for ourselves. Last year, we actually won because we had somebody who donated $10,000 worth of toys. Yeah. So that's going on. Tonight is the Angel of Hope Vigil. Do any of you know what the Angel of Hope is, the statue here in town? Okay. So there is for those of you who don't know, there is a statue dedicated to children who have passed away. And once a year, I believe it's the same day every year, it's December 6th every year, they do a candlelight vigil at 7 o'clock at night. So anybody familiar with the Crown and Eagle? Just past there on the same side of the road. So that's where it's a very nondescript location. If you didn't know it was there, you probably would drive right by it. And then, of course, we have first holiday night is tomorrow night. So we got a packed schedule. One of the things I wanted to let you know about is a scam that's been making its way through the town. They're calling it the Amazon scam. How many of you have ever bought anything from Amazon? Most of us have. What's happening is somebody's calling you and saying, look, there's something wrong with your Amazon order. I need you to give me your credit card number again. Okay? So please don't fall for that. If somebody, Amazon is never going to call you and ask you for your credit card. So actually, you shouldn't be giving your credit card number to anybody over the phone. You know, typically the companies you do business with, they have your credit card, and they certainly wouldn't call you and ask you to repeat it. So be wary of that. Today, we have a very special guest. As some of you might know, we recently got our new full-time town manager. And his name is Steve Sette, and Steve has a long history in government and private sector. Started out in the private sector, and then he was a councilman in Gloucester, Rhode Island, for years. And then more recently, he was the town administrator in Hopedale. And so he just arrived here within the last month or so. And I want to introduce him and give you an opportunity to perhaps ask questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Sette.
Thanks, Chief. When the Chief said you had a special guest, I was looking around to see who it might be. So first, I also want to thank Lisa for the invitation to come here today so that you know, that I can come and introduce myself to everybody and also answer any questions that you have. Like the Chief said, I grew up in the Blackstone Valley. I actually went to Cumberland High School. Graduated in 1974 from Cumberland High School and never strayed that far. I went from Cumberland to Gloucester, Rhode Island, and I've lived in Gloucester, Rhode Island for 34 years now. And that's where I've raised my family, and probably will stay there, even though my kids are trying to get me to move and downsize and all those things, and I keep telling them I'm content where I am and I want to stay. So I've lived in this area. I'm really familiar with the Blackstone Valley, and I think all the values that all of us who have grown up in the valley have always adhered to over the years. And hopefully those are the kind of things that everybody in the town of Uxbridge feel as well. As Chief mentioned, recently I was the town administrator in the town of Hopedale. I was there for about 7 years. Hopedale is a little bit smaller town than what you have here, but very similar in a lot of ways as to what's important and what we as government officials need to make sure we keep our eye on. Biggest thing is obviously taxes and making sure that we can maintain services to everybody without everybody's taxes getting out of hand, and that's what our goal is, or my goal over the next few months is going to be to do that. I think the one thing, and I mentioned this during my interview, and Select Person Franz here could attest to this, is I don't plan on going anywhere. I know there's been a kind of a history of people not lasting very long in the position I'm in, and my plan is to stay here like I did in Hopedale. My plan is to be here for an extended period of time. The biggest thing is for me, and I always tell the selectmen this, and I tell anybody who asks, is if the town's name isn't on the front page of the paper, it means we're probably doing a good job. And the only time we make it to the front page is because there's good things going on in town. And that's what I plan to do. All of you who are residents in the town, I want you to, to make sure that you realize that that at the end of the day, you're proud of the town you live in. You're proud of the people who are leading the town, and proud of the things that we're accomplishing for you. Chief mentioned tomorrow night. First night is a great night in the town. Brings out everybody. It's a great sense of community, and hopefully what we all get out of tomorrow night and what we feel from tomorrow night, and also what we feel through the holiday season, we're going to just continue to carry on and go through with. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer questions. If If you want to know anything else about me, I'm an open book, so you can ask me anything you want. So, okay. Well, again, thank you for lunch. I hope to come and join you again. The food was great. So, compliments to the chef. Did a great job. And like I said, if you ever need me, though, please feel free to reach out. I know I've spoken to a couple folks, and you know, I want to get to know the history of the town as well, and I have some folks here who've also kindly offered to help me, you know, learn more about the town of Uxbridge. So I hope all of you, if you have any things you'd like to relay, you come over to the office, give a call, whatever it might be. Thanks. Okay.